Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Nahmaduhu wa nusalli ala rasulihil kareem. So in last lesson, what did we cover? Who can remember what we covered in last lesson? Jumla. What's a jumla? A sentence. The plural of jumla is jumal. How many types of sentences are there? Two. What are they called? Good. Jumlatun ismiyatun and jumlatun fa'liyatun. A jumlatun ismiya is made up of what? Two parts. Two nouns. What's the first part called? Subject, and the second part is called the predicate or the information. The subject is called what? Mubtada'un, and the information or the predicate is called khabarun. Yes? Everybody got that? Have we done exercises as well? Quite easy. Everybody understanding? Okay. Now, so we did this in the last lesson. We said what? You put words together. When you put words together, what happens? They become sentences. So for example, the man is sick, the prophet is true, etc., etc. We've done that before. What if I don't want to say is? I don't want to say is. I want to say the man was. Or I want to say, why make the man sick? Let him not be sick. The man is not sick. For example, the mother is not kind. Don't say that. Yeah. But for example, yes. So the mother, yeah. Or let's say you don't believe me. I want to emphasis. Like in English, like you say indeed or truly or verily. Like I want to make, like say no. I've done my homework. I forgot it at home. A dog ate my homework. So yes, teacher won't believe you. Would you? If you say that dog ate my homework, would teacher believe you? Probably not. So indeed or verily, you want to what? Put emphasis. So then, if you want to add these additional things to sentences. So we learned how to make sentences using a mubtada and a khabar. Now what we're going to do now is we are going to add certain words to the jumlatun ismiya to slightly modify the sentence. What are we going to do? We're going to add words to the jumlatun ismiya. We are going to add words to the jumlatun ismiya to do what? Give a slightly additional meaning to the sentence. Does that make sense? Yes? So for example, there are two types of words. How many? There are two types of words that we can add to a jumlatun ismiya, and this addition gives slightly different meanings. Okay? One is called fa'lun naqisun. What's it called? Fa'lun naqisun. Say after me. Fa'lun naqisun. So you have fa'lun naqisun. If you have a fa'lun naqisun. Okay? What does this mean? Don't worry about it for now. And the second one is harfun mushabbahun bil fa'il. It's a long word. Harfun mushabbahun bil fa'il. What's it called? Harfun mushabbahun bil fa'il. So what are the two types of words you can add to a jumlatun ismiya? A fa'lun naqisun and a harfun mushabbahun bil fa'il. Say after me again. Fa'lun naqisun and harfun mushabbahun bil fa'il. One more time. Fa'lun naqisun and a harfun mushabbahun bil fa'il. These are the two types of words you can add to a jumlatun ismiya, and it slightly changes the meaning of the jumlatun ismiya. So if you get bored of jumla ismiya, so boring jumla ismiya, we add on some more stuff. Okay? Right. So we're going to do two fa'lun naqis. So what would it be? It would be fa'lani, because dual, isn't it? Fa'lani, then naqisani. That's very good. But anyway, that's on the side. We're going to do what? Two fa'lun naqis. One is called kana. What is it? Kana. You've probably read this word a lot in the Quran, haven't you? Kana comes quite often. Kana Allah ghafur rahima, and kana comes many times. This changes the jumlatun ismiya from is to was. What does it do? It changes the jumlatun ismiya to the which tense? Past tense. So when you add the word kana to a jumlatun ismiya, it becomes what? Past tense. Got it? What does it do? Kana? It changes the jumlatun ismiya to the past tense. For example, kana Zaydun maridan. So Zayd was ill. Look at this. We have Zaydun maridun. What does that mean? Zayd is ill, Mubtada'un and khabarun. What do you have? The mubtada'un and the khabarun. Yes? And how do you translate that? Zaid is ill. The mubtada is khabar. Yes? But if we want to make it the past tense, what do we say? Kana Zaidun maridan. Zaid was ill. What happens now? So in here we have the word is. And in here we have the word was. So the kana does what? The kana changes the jumlatun ismiya from the present tense to the past tense. Yes? The second word is laysa. What is it? Laysa. It makes the jumlatun ismiya negative. So laysa Zaidun maridun. Zaid is not ill. So same thing again. Zaid is ill. Zaidun maridun. A normal jumlatun ismiya. But when you add laysa at the beginning, what happens now? The is becomes is not. Make sense? So this changes the meaning of the sentence from positive to negative. It makes it not. Are you following? Laysa following. Laysa you following. You're not following. Yes? So are you following or you were following? Kana, I am following. So I was following. You following? Yes? Okay. Okay, 1 minute. Yeah, go ahead. So now, so let's say we have this sentence here, right? We have a mubtada and a khabar. Correct? So we said in mubtada and khabar, the characteristics. The mubtada is what? Definite or indefinite? Definite. The khabar is going to be indefinite. In terms of i'rab, both are marfu. And in number and gender, the khabar matches the mubtada. Good. But when you add a fa'lun naqis, what do? You have a sentence on its own. Mubtada'un and khabarun. You bring the fa'lun naqis. When the fa'lun naqis comes on the sentence, what happens now? You change the name. What do? You change the name. It's not called mubtada anymore. What's it called? Ism of kana. What's it called? Ism of kana. Or ism of kana. Ism of laysa. Do you understand? What happens now? The name is changed. It's called the ism of kana or the ism of laysa. Okay? And what happens to the khabar? It was marfu before. Can you see? What is it here? It's marfu. The khabar is normally what? What's the khabar? Marfu. But when you add the kana or the fa'lun naqis, whether it's kana or whether it's laysa, what happens now? It changes from marfu to mansoob. So there are two main changes. One is the name changes from mubtada to the ism of the kana or ism of laysa. And the second change is that the khabar is not marfu anymore. What is it? Mansoob. Let's try it again. Zaid is always sick. We're making Zaid sick all the time. Let's make dua that shafahullah, that Allah grant him shifa. Okay? So Zaidun maridun. What is it? Zaidun maridun. What's the translation? Zaid is sick. What's a tarkeeb? Zaidun is mubtada'un and maridun is khabarun. What state are they in? What's the i'rab? They are both marfu. Very good. What's going to happen now? A big demolition. Kana comes in. What does kana do now? It causes problems. It changes the name from mubtada to ism of kana. What does it do? It changes from the name from mubtada to ism of kana. And maridun becomes what? Maridun, because of kana, it becomes what? Maridan, which is what? Mansoob. Everybody following me? Okay? That's what we just done now. And how do you do the tarkeeb of this? When you do the tarkeeb, remember tarkeeb, what you have to do? You have to label it. So you write your text in black ink, you get a blue pen, you label each part, and in the blue ink you write fa'lun naqisun, kana the fa'lun naqis. Even if it was laysa, you say what? Laysa is the fa'lun naqisun, and then you say it's not mubtada anymore. What's it called? The ism of kana. And the maridan is what? The khabar of kana, khabaru kana. So call it ismu kana and khabaru kana. Do you understand? you following me? Right, let's try this one now. Let's go. Some practice. So, al-baytu qadimun. What is it? Al-baytu qadimun. What? Okay, let's start from beginning. Is this one word or is it a phrase? Or is it a word or is it a sentence? It's a sentence. A sentence are made up of what? Words. So we have two isms, correct? So what's the tarkeeb of this? Al-baytu is what? Mubtada'un. Al-baytu is mubtada'un. And the khabar is? The khabar is the khabar. The khabar is qadimun. Yes? Now what's the characteristics of the mubtada? It's ma'rifah, it's marfu', and it can be anything you want to be. And here is mufrad and mudhakkar. Qadimun, what's the characteristics of qadimun? It's nakira, it's marfu', and it matches. It's also mufrad and mudhakkar. Yes? Now we change the part. How do you translate al-baytu qadimun? The house is old. What's the key word in here we're looking for? Is. The house is old. Okay? Now, let's erase that now. We have kana al-baytu qadimun. Is that right? What is it? Qadiman, correct. Kana al-baytu qadiman. So now what happens now? We've added kana. So what do we label kana in tarkeeb? We call it fa'lun naqisun. Fa'lun naqisun. Al-baytu is called the mubtada. No? It's called the ism of kana. And qadiman is called what? Khabar kana. Yes? Make sense? Okay. And what's the and translation will be? How can the house was old? It still is old, isn't it? But anyways, I should say the house. I say al-baytu jadidun. The house is new, and I say the house was new. It's old. But anyway, it doesn't matter. It's the grammar that matters, not the meaning. The house. What's the key word here? Was old. Maybe it was old and now it's broken altogether. Maybe. Anyways, the key word here is was. What's the key word? Was. And also the next change, what happens here? That qadimun becomes what? It was marfu' before, now it becomes mansoob. Everybody following me? Okay. Al-ma'u baridun. Translation? The water is cold. Al-ma'u baridun. The water is cold. And if you want to say the water is not cold, you add, not kana, kana was, you add laysa. And laysa makes it what? The water is not water. The water is not cold. So laysa, kana makes it what? Kana is translated as was. And laysa is translated as not. So what have we done? We have translated what? We have added a fa'lun naqis to a normal jumlatun ismiyatun. What have we done? We have added a fa'lun naqis to a normal jumlatun ismiyah. Or what were these two fa'lun naqis? What were they called? Kana and laysa. Kana changes the meaning to was, and laysa changes the meaning to is not. Correct? And it changes the grammatical function from marfu. The khabar was marfu before, and it becomes what? Mansoob. And the name changes from the mubtada to ism kana and khabar kana. Instead of mubtada and khabar comes ismu kana and khabar kana. Are you following me? Yes? So this was what we done before. A jumlatun ismiya on its own is mubtada and khabar, subject information, ma'rifah, nakira, marfu, matching number and gender. When we add a fa'lun naqis, what do we add? A fa'lun naqis. What happens? Kana means was, and laysa means is or are not. Yes? It changes the meaning to the negative. That's the meaning difference. Then The change in mubtada and khabar is what? It's no longer called mubtada and khabar. What's it called? The ism of kana was originally mubtada, and the khabar of kana was originally the khabar. The name changes. And the other change is here in the mansoob. Mansooba. The khabar was marfu before, now it becomes what? Mansoob. Everybody following me? Let's do a quick recap. Kalima, that's too far back. Let's start from jumla. Ready for kalima? That's too far back. Let's start from jumla. So jumla. What's a jumla? A sentence. The plural of jumla is jumal. How many types of sentences are there? 2. What are they called? Jumlatun ismiyatun and jumlatun fa'liyatun. A jumlatun ismiyatun is made up of how many parts? 2 parts. The mubtada'un and the khabarun. What's the characteristics of the mubtada? It's ma'rifa, marfu, and either of number and gender. The khabar is what? Nakira, marfu, and it has to match the mubtada in number and gender. Finish. We can also add things to a jumlatun ismiyah. What can we add? What are the 2 types of words we can add? A fa'lun naqis or a harfun mushabbahun bil fa'l. What can we add to a jumlatun ismiyah? A fa'lun naqis or a harfun mushabbahun bil fa'l. What are the 2 fa'lun naqis? What are the 2 fa'lani naqisani that we done today? Kana and laysa. Kana means was. Laysa means not. What do they do? What do they change? How do they change the meaning? I just said that. Yeah. How do they change the i'rab? The khabar changes from marfu to mansoob. And how do they change the names? The mubtada becomes ism of kana or ism of laysa. And the khabar becomes khabar of kana or khabar of laysa. Hal indakum su'al? Does anybody have a question?
What does fi'l naqis mean?
Can't tell you. I can't tell what fi'l naqis means. I can tell you, but it's no point at this level. So I don't want to give you additional information. You've got enough information to know. When you do Nahwa level 2, I'll tell you what all these words mean. Or Nahwa level 3, when you do Arabic books. So there's a meaning for it, and I can tell you why, but I don't want to confuse you right now. Just call it fi'l naqis. Just believe me. Okay? You trust me, don't you? Yeah, that's. This is the reason why I don't want to confuse you. This give you enough information that you need to know. It's fi'l naqis. It's kind of a verb. Okay? And the harf mushabbahun bil fa'l, don't worry why it's called harf mushabbahun bil fa'l. Just this is what it's called. Yes? And we'll go through it because we are at initial level. Just get the main concepts in place. Remember I told you, we're building a house, we're building the frame first. We'll put the wallpaper and the switches and all that later on. We'll get the main foundation, all the main bricks laid out. We put the wallpaper and the plasterboards and all that later on. Let's get the main bricks in place. Any other questions? No? Okay. Subhanallahi wa bihamdihi, subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika, wa nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta, wa nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk.